Alrighty, folks, after some technical difficulties, we're back in this late hour with another new album review. We got another good one. Wolftooth, Wizard's Light. These guys are out of Richmond, Indiana. They formed in 2017. Another Ripple Music release. They put a debut out in 2018. Now we have their fourth full length, 2025. So it's about an album every 2 years. That's pretty prolific in these times. I can't say I've ever heard of these guys, but I came across them online, probably the YouTubes, and checked them out and thought they sounded pretty good. So I thought I'd give them a shot. Your first track's called Hymn of Belgoroth. Just a 45-second intro. I don't know why bands do that. Everybody's got to have a little 45-second, 1 minute intro. Just add it into the first song and be done with it. Sightless Archer is your first track. You almost get a pseudo Megadeth meets Doom riff on this intro. Really epic drum sound, grandiose vocal delivery, hints of Eternal Champion, Visigoth, and maybe faint tinges of Green Lung. You get a couple of Iommi infused guitar solos to close out the track. Darkened Path is your next track. Back to that epic heavy metal sound. Kind of walks the line between they're never quite epic heavy metal and they're never quite doom metal. They're just kind of right there in the middle. Really catchy chorus on this one. Another tasty, couple of tasty guitar solos. I'm gonna have to look up the and it closes out with some good guitar harmonies on here. I don't think the band members are listed on here, and if they were, I wouldn't be able to read them anyway. But I wanted to bring this out because it was kind of blowing my mind. So you have Terry McDaniel on bass, been there from the beginning. Jeff Cole on guitar, been there from the beginning. Chris Sullivan on vocals and guitar, been there from the beginning. And then Jeremy Lovins came in 2022, and Shane Shook, the newest member on drums, came in 2025. If I didn't say Jeremy Lovins is also on guitar. So when I'm listening to this, like I said, I don't ever delve into who's doing what, read the lyrics. I just listen to the music, try and get a feel for the album before, and rank it. So there was one guy who definitely has a Iommi influence to his guitar playing. Not overt, but it's there. And then I was trying to figure out the other guy, who the other guy sounded like. Sometimes he sounded like a Little Maiden. Sometimes he sounded like a Little Lizzy. Sometimes he sounded like a Little Scorpions. So then when I was putting this together, and I forgot to list the names, there's 3 guitar players. That's why I couldn't nail down the second guitar player, because there's 2 of them. Which kind of makes sense, because I'm guessing that the guy on vocals and guitar probably plays more rhythm than anything. And there were definite times in here when I was thinking that the dude sounded like what Rudolph Schenker sounds like when he plays a guitar solo. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. That's just me going off on a tangent. Next up is your title track. Almost get a Uriah Heep meets Deep Purple type intro in this one. Some really smoking guitar, bruising riff throughout the entire song, some nasty guitar throughout the entire song. Another catchy chorus, some more killer drumming. Sounds of Redemption is your next track. Almost has an early 80s Scorpions riff on it. Before kicking in with some nice guitar harmonies. The booming epic drums are back. And this song definitely has some heavy Green Lung vibes on it. Eternal Hunt is your next track. Good head bobbing chug on this one. Classic old school drumming on this one. Lots of guitar harmonies throughout. Yeah, 3 guitar players. They got lots of guitar harmonies, lots of solos throughout the entire album. Strong U.S. power metal influence on this track. Armor of Steel is your next one. The epic metal riffing a la Eternal Champion is back for this track. But what's weird on this one is there's a gang chant and it's barely audible. There are different times in this album where it sounds like maybe it was recorded at different times, mixed at different times. Kind of bizarre. I mean, like I said, that gang chant, you could barely hear it. And it sounds like it's supposed to be a prominent part of the song. War Brigade is your next track. Another headbanger, driving drums, blues influenced riffing and soloing throughout the track. Bloodline is your next one. This one kicks off with some blistering Thin Lizzy meets Iron Maiden guitar harmonies. Another catchy sing-along chorus. Yeah, I think the guitar harmonies are probably even more enhanced because it's probably all 3 of them going at it at the same time. All Father closes out the album. Maybe your speediest track. Good way to close out the album. Thunderous Gallop. More excellent guitar work. More excellent soloing. So yeah, I'm going to give this one an easy 8.1 out of 10. I think it may be a little long. It's about 44 minutes. Maybe lose the track. Probably would have felt a little more concise. But yeah, the songs are really good. The singer's really good. There's, like I said, there's a couple of production issues. Sometimes the drums sound recorded differently, but I mean, it's not anything that's overly distracting except for like that one gang chant that's like way in the background that kind of stands out. But the drumming overall is really good. Bass player's really solid. They got 3 solid guitar players who are soloing all over the place and guitar harmonies all over the place. So I definitely dig that, and I'm definitely going to look into getting some more Wolftooth. They got 4 albums out. The first I heard of them. Good album. Like I said, not quite epic heavy metal, not quite doom metal, just kind of somewhere in between. Wolftooth, Wizard's Light, 8.1 out of 10. You guys have a good one.